As an explorer, I now know how dangerous Caligoregnum can be, but I knew how beautiful it could be long before that. When I was a young man, before my first expedition, before even starting my studies as a naturalist, I ventured out of my colony for the first time. I got lucky to happen upon a nearby colony. Honestly, I couldn't have missed it. The shine that came from it was so alluring. The city that I stumbled on was so much more beautiful than whatever my imagination thought of. Huge structures, reaching for the sky, twisting, and ever so brilliant. There were flashes and pearls of light all around me. I witnessed colors and shades I had never thought of before as possibilities in my colony. It was not only the beauty of it all that stunned me, but how different it could be. Then I noticed the people. They were huge folk with shining white hair and of strong complexion. They wore stunning traditional attire, so colorful and with so many different patterns, all decorated with bright spots of light. A woman and her daughter approached me. Her eyes were just like mine, and her smile was so beautiful. I was too young to be so far from my colony, she said. She carried me back home, but I was scared of never seeing them again. However, I got incredibly lucky. That woman was the naturalist that would become my mentor. She would come visit me many times after that fateful meeting. Pearl is an old friend of mine. We have known each other since my first travel outside my colony, before I had come to be a proper naturalist, before I went on my first expedition. It took me a while to get accustomed to her silent nature, but now I don't think I could live without it. She might be stoic, but she is so kind. If I have learned something about her, is that she sees helping who needs it as one of life's greatest joys. I still remember my first expedition as a naturalist. Without saying a word, she showed up and put the equipment and supplies over her shoulders. I'm sure she might have tried to carry me too if she didn't know me well enough. Since that first day, she has been with me through each and every one of our travels, and some things never change. She even often carries the team's resident environment conditioner. Pearl is a member of the Thiomargarita namibiensis of the bacteria group. They are characterized for their size, being one of the biggest bacteria to the point where some legends describe gods being able to notice them through the fog, especially due to their flashy looks. This is linked to their remarkable ability for survival. They are capable of storing nitrate in their bodies in the form of a giant backbone, and sulfur as globules. The sulfur globules are refracting, which gives a shine to their manes and the refracting embellishments on their bodies. They can use the nitrate to turn the sulfur into a refillable source of energy. They are also capable of producing a sticky substance to keep together, like a chain. Their colonies contain huge ornate structures, stretching towards the sky, often linked in complex patterns to reflect this ability of theirs and its impact on their cultural background. I still remember that first goodbye. I still remember the child's face behind her mother's leg. Even back then, she was so stoic. Yet, it made me feel so happy, so peaceful. That face only grew more beautiful to me each time she would visit with her mother. She was no longer a stranger to me, neither were her customs. Perhaps her mother saw a naturalist in me. Maybe that is why she showed me the beauty of knowing another's personal world, especially one that can be so different. I wonder, sometimes, if my master felt while watching us grow together, how I feel now looking at my own pupils. All I know is that Pearl has always been by my side, and her smile transports me back to the day she and her mother carried me back home. I want everyone in Caligoregnum to have something like that smile, and I hope that Pearl is still by my side when we get to see that day.